Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your hostess, femininity coach, and author of the Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So I just want to let you guys hear something. This is a lot of the way women think, and we know that a lot of women think like what you're going to hear because the way in which they move in so-called relationships proves this out. So I'm not going to waste too much time. I'm going to let this play once, maybe twice, because it's kind of short, but here we go.
You be talking to somebody or even dating somebody, right? And be so in love, like just love this motherfucker. See absolutely no wrong in them, just love them. Then one day you're just like, I don't like you no more. We could be having a good day. And I just be like, I don't like you no more. I don't like the person you are. I don't like the way you move. I don't like the way you think. I just don't like you. So I want to leave. Just like that. Like, I want to go. I don't want to talk anymore. Is that just me? Is it just me, or you be talking to somebody or even dating somebody, right? And be so in love, like just love this motherfucker. See absolutely no wrong in them, just love them. Then one day you're just like, I don't like you no more. We could be having a good day. And I just be like, I don't like you no more. I don't like the person you are. I don't like the way you move. I don't like the way you think. I just don't like you. So I want to leave. Just like that. Like, I want to go. I don't want to talk anymore. Is that just me?
So the issue here is that this type of thinking does not just show itself in the very early stages of talking and the very early stages of dating, because if it was secluded to that phase, it wouldn't be as detrimental. It's still an immature thought pattern regardless, but at minimum you're not wasting a whole bunch of people's time. If you come to this conclusion after a few conversations or whatever, that's not considered to be wasting people's time or leading people on. The problem with it is that this mindset can stretch for years with these hyenas. I'm not even going to attribute that to all women. These hyenas do this constantly. They do it consistently, and they will go years in a so-called relationship. They'll get married and everything, and then come to this conclusion at some point and be like, oh, I don't like you anymore. I just want to leave. They will get to points where they'll get to a point where the relationship is serious enough to get a proposal, and they'll find a way to get out of it by saying they discovered something, or it hit them all of a sudden, and now they don't like that man. Now they see all of these different problems with this man, and now they don't like them anymore. Part of the issue with this immature mindset is romanticizing people, which is dangerous. See, a lot of these chicks just like the idea of men. They like the idea of being in a relationship. They like the idea of being taken out on dates or treated a certain way, or the thrill of talking to some new man and getting the attention of a new man. They don't like the realities of it. So it's not even that the man is doing anything, or that, because she just said it, we can be having a good day, or we could be having there's no problems. The man isn't doing anything. He's not doing anything any differently than he was when you first started talking to him. But what happens is that euphoria or that dopamine hit wears off, and then you have to deal with the reality of people, right? You have to deal with not only the things that you liked initially about that man, but when a person's shortcomings start coming up, when a person's quirks start coming up, when the lesser desirable traits start coming up, and not necessarily bad traits, just not just something, just the person be human. And so they take themselves off of the pedestal that you put them on. The problem is nobody told you to put them up there. Nobody told you to be trying to react to the fantasy of somebody versus the reality of that person. Right? You can't pedestalize. I don't care if a person is coming to you with a representative. You can't pedestalize that, because we know that underneath that representative is the actual person, and the actual person is going to have flaws and shortcomings. And that's not even a bait and switch. That's just, people are going to have shortcomings, because everybody has some type of shortcoming. Everybody has some type of quirk that, or some personality trait or some character trait that isn't the one, isn't the trait that you love the most or like the most. But that doesn't make them a bad person. That doesn't make them a red flag. It doesn't make them wrong. It's just a human being, because you have flaws as well. Everybody does. So once that initial, oh my God, this is a new person, wears off, and you start seeing the person for who they are, that's when the real relationship actually starts. And I'm talking in terms of relationship because, like I said, a lot of these hyenas will go into an actual relationship with this thought pattern. This is how a lot of marriages and long-term relationships break up, because she just decides she doesn't like your shortcomings. She just decides that she doesn't like the person that you are. Like she said, I don't like how you move. I don't like how you think. I don't like, how is it that you didn't like any of these things? So when you tell a person that you don't like how they move, how they think, how they operate, then you don't like the core of that individual. Like you don't like the core of who they are. And that's the key to any long lasting romantic relationship. You got to like the core of the person. Because if you don't like the core of that person, you might as well get out of there and just get to the chopper, because people can't change the core of who they are. They're gonna be who they are, and you can either accept that or you don't accept that. But that's the element of chaos and self-sabotage. These women live on this chaotic type of thing. Oh, I gotta move to the next. This is how they get babies with guys, and then want to move on to a new guy, and they just had the baby, because they didn't take the time to get to know this man before they decided they don't like him, or they got pregnant and the situation and the dynamics changed and they didn't like how he reacted to that, or how the dynamics changed. So now all of a sudden something wrong with him and they don't like him and he's not any good and blah 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 blah, like it's something wrong with him. But really, it is this self-sabotaging type of mindset. This here today, gone tomorrow, fly by night type of thinking. This is why the men are like, forget trying to have relationships with these women, because you can't take nobody serious that thinks like that. And you never know who's thinking like that. You never know who's really thinking like that. And this is why men have stopped, for the most part, putting up a lot up front, a lot of investment up front of time and energy and money, because this could be the outcome. Like, I'm not spending all this time, energy, money, resources, and stuff like that on you just for you to turn around and basically tell me that for the past month or two, now you just don't like me. Like, nobody really has time for that. It's childish. It speaks to a lack of discipline. It speaks to not taking things seriously and playing in people's face. That's what it speaks to. You like to play in people's face. And you like to just move from man to man. Once the initial infatuation wears off, you're done. So you're addicted to the infatuation phase. You're addicted to the initial Oh, I just met you. It's like a man being addicted to new coochie. Like just the thrill of getting it new. And once it's not new no more, he's gone. Once she's not new, once he's used to her, it's like, I don't want to be bothered with her. Let's move on to the next chick. You know what I'm saying? It may not be new coochie, but it's new coochie to me. So let me deal with her and get that high. And then once that wears off and I'm not impressed by that anymore and it doesn't do the same, it doesn't make me feel the same way, then I'm just going to leave it alone. And this is the same mindset. Once that new male attention wears off and the thrill of new male attention wears off, she's done. And she's moving on to the next man because that's new male attention all over again. It's actually a sad thing to watch because I think it's partially the result of overstimulation in society. Too much attention. Social media gives women too much attention. People can get too much attention and then become addicted to new attention, just like they become addicted to likes and shares and, all that type of stuff. So it's really a sad mindset to see people go down this path because this is a lack of being able to connect with human beings with any kind of depth. Anyway, jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your host, Sister Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.